New information now on the search for survivors of a plane crash over Lake Michigan. Tonight, the identities of the missing passengers, we have them, and also an eyewitness account of that crash. So far, only the pilot was saved from the waters. 24-hour News 8's Megan Stemble is joining us live now from Ludington to tell us the latest from there. Megan?
Suzanne, we spoke with a school official in Alma, Michigan tonight. He says the superintendent of Alma Public Schools was set to make the flight across the lake to the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota. He is 60-year-old Don Pavlik. He was set to make that trip with his wife, Irene, and his doctor, James Hall, all from Alma. Emergency officials continuing their search tonight for the three of them and co-pilot Earl Davidson several miles off the shore here in Ludington. It was not the day of salmon fishing Michael Blank and Bill James had planned aboard their fishing boat, the Battleship. Shortly after 10, a horrific scene played out right before their eyes.
And it was just coming across the top of the water, and my first thought was like a seaplane landing. And then once I seen the big splash, then I was like, well, you know, I just seen a boat flip, because I seen the tail come end over end, you know, and it come out of the splash. And
the pair radioed for the Coast Guard, and within minutes, a massive search was underway. Those minutes seemed like a lifetime, though, on the Battleship.
And it just felt for a little bit like we were the only ones in this big, huge body of water, you know. It's a tough thing to go through, you know, you feel helpless.
You almost go into like a panic, you know, serious, yeah. Because that's how I was shaking so bad, because when you finally realize what's going on, you know, and trying to hurry and, you know, keep your coordinates.
The water was choppy in the area, about 3.5 miles off of Big Sauble Point. Boats came from miles around to join the rescue effort. Before noon, Jerry Freed, the pilot of the plane, had been found. The news came in over the Battleship's radio when the captain of another boat called in.
He notified Coast Guard that he had picked somebody out of the water, you know, came across, gave him the coordinates for it.
Sounded relief in a way, like, because it was a survivor and not somebody who had passed, you know.
Jerry Freed, the pilot of that plane, was wearing a life jacket, and he is in good condition tonight as the search for the other four continues. That effort includes boats from the Michigan State Police, the Coast Guard, the DNRE, as well as Mason County. And at this point, the Emergency Management Director for Mason County says that there are no reports of any of those searchers coming back in. She said the calm that can take over the water at night could actually help their search effort. So at this point, the search continues. Reporting live in Ludington, I'm Megan Stemble, 24-hour News 8.
Megan, thank you. That pilot, Jerry Freed, who owned the Cessna that crashed, his wife tells us that Freed's been flying people to the Mayo Clinic on a volunteer basis for years. Freed said the single-engine plane was about halfway across the lake when it turned around after experiencing trouble. It went down shortly thereafter.